kissing one another on camera, according to George Clooney and Julia Roberts, may be uncomfortable. Embarrassing moments. George Clooney and Julia Roberts, who are longtime friends, recently discussed the most embarrassing moment they had while shooting their next romantic comedy, Ticket to Paradise. While shooting the movie in Australia last year, the actors spent a lot of time together, and Clooney's wife Amal Clooney and his 5-year-old children Ella and Alexander were there to support him. Clooney and Roberts remembered the day they had to kiss in front of the cameras as Amal Clooney looked on in a Today Show interview that aired this morning. Hoda Kotb, a Today co-anchor, questioned the actors about whether or not it was difficult to kiss your darling dear buddy. "It is," Clooney said with a grin, "when my wife and kids come over to visit." When it was time for them to kiss, Clooney's children were brought off the set. Roberts said, "It was the first day they came to see." She laughed. "It's like, get him out, get him out. It's like, Papa, oh, Annie Juju." Roberts said in an interview with the New York Times earlier this year that Clooney had prevented her from experiencing total loneliness and misery when she was living apart from her husband and children in Australia. "It was the longest period of time I've ever been apart from my family, and we were in a bubble. I don't believe I've been alone for that long since I was 25, she said. The actress made light of the fact that it took 80 tries for her and Clooney to perfect their kiss during the same interview. "It took 79 takes for us to giggle, and then only one for us to make out." Simmering tension. On the big screen, Clooney and Roberts reunited for a brand new romance. In comparison to most real-life couples, George Clooney and Julia Roberts, two of the most endearing actors on the globe, have greater chemistry romantically on screen. However, the actors claim that kissing during filming is not the best idea. The two pretend lovers discussed how they brought their simmering tension back to the big screen as divorced parents in Ticket to Paradise on Today on Monday, October 10th. And it's allegedly sort of stupid. Clooney said, "It's when my wife and kids come over to visit," when Hoda Kotb asked him and Roberts whether it was difficult to kiss a close dear friend. Clooney is wed to human rights attorney Amal Clooney, and the two of them have twins. Robert said, "That was the first day they came to visit. Papa, oh, Auntie Juju, is how it sounds. Get him out, it's like." Roberts is married to the director of photography Daniel Moder, and the couple has a total of 3 kids, including twins. Movie about second chances. Even though they've worked on 6 movies together, Ticket to Paradise marks the first romantic comedy Clooney and Roberts have ever featured in together. Roberts said, "It's really silly," when Kotb inquired whether they had laughed while singing. "Like giving your closest buddy a kiss," Clooney said, "Well, thanks for that. You know I've won Sexiest Man Alive twice." The Academy Award winners Julia Roberts and George Clooney reconnect on the big screen as an ex-couple who find themselves in a joint quest to save their love-struck daughter from making the same mistake they once did. The romantic comedy Ticket to Paradise from Smokehouse Pictures and Red On Films is about the delightful surprise of second chances. On October 21st, the movie, Roberts' second, in which he attempts to halt a wedding, will be released in theaters. In a touching behind-the-scenes video, Julia Roberts and George Clooney describe what it was like to shoot the most crazy moment for their new romantic comedy. Angry ex-spouses. In the movie Ticket to Paradise, the two play angry ex-spouses who go to Bali to save their daughter from committing the same mistake they made 25 years previously. The two actors spoke about their on-screen chemistry during a recent interview on NBC's Today program, which, according to Clarice Lowry of The Independent, immediately evokes the stormy connections Roberts and Clooney experienced as the love protagonists of the Ocean's 11 movie. 61-year-old Clooney answered with laughter when asked whether it was awkward to kiss your beloved dear friend. "It's when my wife and kids come over to visit." The 54-year-old Roberts said, "That was the first day they came to visit." Later, the actress admitted that Clooney's kids weren't there when they filmed the kissing scene. "Do you two giggle as you kiss? Is it humorous?" Hoda Kotb, the host, questioned. "It's a little absurd." Robert said, "It's like kissing your closest buddy," to which Clooney responded, "Well, thanks for that. You know that I've been voted the sexiest man alive twice." Roberts and her husband, Daniel Moder, also have twins of their own, Hazel and Phineas, who are both 17 years old, and Henry, who's 14 years old. In the movie Ticket to Paradise, the Academy Award winners portray ex-spouses who meet together for their daughter's wedding and band together to prevent her from getting married out of concern that she would wind up where they did. Roberts and Clooney have never been romantically connected in contrast to their roles. They do, however, go far back. They originally collaborated on the 2001 film Ocean's 11 and reunited for the 2004 follow-up Ocean's 12. In movies like Money Monster and Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the A-listers co-starred together. Roberts and Clooney laughed about their bond and discussed having children later in life. In regards to their separate families, Roberts said, "The reality is, no matter how old we are, George being the oldest of us, they've chosen us in this time to be their stewards and their shepherds in this life experience. When I was prepared, I met Danny. When you were prepared, you met Amal. Then, when we're ready to be their greatest partners, we let these kids into our lives."